Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of the AD show. So FPL season is starting.
Next season, yes.
Yes, the next season is starting and we are here to bring you our draft team. I am participating. I don't know what am I gonna do, but yes, I am participating.
We have made a team for her.
And I really don't know how it's gonna be. So let's get started.
Let's get started with the team and yeah, you can just read out the names first.
Okay,
Let
so
me just have this quick look.
So I have Sanchez,
Yeah.
Alexander Trent-Arnold, Cancelo, Robertson, James, Perisic. The lineup seems quite good. Salah,
Yeah.
Coutinho, Neto, Haaland and Jesus. I know Haaland is new.
Yeah. He's come from Bundesliga. Great option from our team, Manchester City.
And I heard Jesus in his practice match.
Pre-season match. He scored a hat-trick. Yeah.
He scored a hat-trick.
Hat-trick,
So
yeah,
I
correct.
think I will just crush all the charts.
Let's see.
So what are you thinking about your team?
Right now I'm very confused because this pre-season has been very confusing for me. Actually, everybody has performed well. If you talk about the 5 million slot, then Bailey is doing really good. He did really well in Bundesliga, but last season was not very good for him. But this season for Aston Villa in the pre-season games, he has shown quite a form. And the manager Stevie, he has been really impressed by him. And so Neto also from Wolves also has been very good. So this year everybody, Jesus in Arsenal, many people thought that although he's a good striker, but he won't be getting as many chances as he got in the Manchester City team. But in Arsenal colours also, he's scoring goals for fun. Yesterday only, as you talked about, he scored a hat-trick. So Jesus is a good pick. I'm really confused because everybody's a good pick. Nunes scored 4 goals in a game. Yesterday also in the Community Shield match, he looked very good. Although he came in quite late, but for the whole amount of time he was there, he got the maximum chances and he looked better than Salah. I know we shouldn't say that, but just for that period of time, he got a lot of chances, and on his day when he will be converting those chances, I think he will be scoring braces and hat-tricks for fun. I know his spot is in a bit of a conundrum with Firmino, but I think he can start against Fulham, and I am really looking to get him in my team. But then again, whom do you pick? You pick Salah. Salah is a given; we will have him. But then you pick.
So you're gonna have Salah as your captain, or you're thinking of some other combination?
Initially, I was a bit confused. I thought I will go with Kane, Son, and Haaland, and not with Salah. But I think this Community Shield match, he looked very sharp to me. Initially, he didn't look sharp, but yesterday, if that would have been an EPL match, he would have easily got 14 to 15 points. I think it's very dangerous to go without Salah. And even though I have had drafts in which there was no Mo Salah, but I think I will be going with him. I will definitely have 3 Liverpool players. That is easy. But which 3 Liverpool players, or rather, which 2 Liverpool players other than Salah? I think Trent is also a lock. So that one spot for Liverpool, is it going to be Robertson, the famous defender? Yesterday in the Community Shield match, he was so forward. I think he was in the box more than Salah and Luis Diaz. I think Luis Diaz did not look that important in the yesterday's match. I think he was very central. He played very centrally, but I think he fluffed a couple of chances. And I don't know. Whenever I see Luis Diaz, I think he just cuts in inside from the wide angle. He cuts in inside, and there is just one shot he has. He hits it, and more often than not, the diving goalkeeper is saving it. So I'm not sure about Luis Diaz. I'm confused between Nunes and Robertson. It's really tricky for me. I'm not really sure right now whom I will be going with.
And what do you think about Perisic? Is he going to play? What are the chances?
I'm not sure about what the Spurs are going to do. Initially, I think yesterday in the match against, I don't remember, they had a match against Roma. Yeah, they had a match against Roma. They lost it 1-0. But I think Perisic, I saw some highlights and Perisic was on it. Okay. I think both the wing backs, Conte's wing backs, everybody, every content creator, every planet, and every man on this planet and her dog has been talking about Conte's wings backs, and it was no different yesterday. I think both Doherty, if it is Doherty or Doherty, whatever his name is, both Doherty and Perisic, they were on it. They looked on fire. Kulu, Son and Kane are obvious picks, I think, but Conte's wing backs are great picks. However, the caveat there is that they have Sessegnon and they have Lucas Moura. So I'm not sure whether who will start from his position, but I think seeing the last match, I think Perisic, before the Champions League start, I think Perisic is going to start from one wing, and I think the first match against Southampton, I feel Doherty will start along with Perisic. So I think both of them are great picks, especially Perisic. I think Perisic is a keeper. He shoots for fun. His crosses are unbeatable. There is nobody in that Spurs team who has better crosses than Perisic.
If you were to change this team and say the midfield specifically,
Yeah.
because right now we are going with
I
five
think
midfielders.
Sanchez, we have made a team for her in a goalie position. She has Sanchez. I think Sanchez is a safe bet if you are going for a 4.5 million goalie, because I feel Brighton's defense is a bit elite. If you are not taking any goalkeeper from the elite teams, from the top 6, I think Brighton is quite an elite team defense-wise. Yes, sometimes they give away one goal, and that's how their expected goals conceded becomes a bit dodgy. But I still feel that Brighton is a top team. And
what do you think about midfield? Because right now the formation is midfield. We have 5 players, and then
midfield we have 3 players.
Sorry, midfield we have 3 players,
Yeah.
and the defenders are 5.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 players,
Forwards.
Haaland and Jesus, who are our forwards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and we were discussing
Yeah.
this, that we could have 4 defenders and 4
4-4-2,
midfielders,
yeah.
and then
Two
2 forwards.
Correct.
So what are you thinking? From what?
See, this is your first season, and this is my 3rd season, and I have finished 173k odd, 140k odd. So it's not that I know everything about this game right now.
Looks like you know everything.
No, I don't know. But I think we should not focus much on the price points right now, because I think everybody is performing. It is very difficult to put your finger on a 8 point, because everybody is saying that a 8 million midfielder is a must. Then you can rotate from say a Mount to a Diaz to a Saka. So, but I feel that whatever formation you play, it is just okay. You can use your wild card early, since we have a mid-year World Cup this time. You can use your wild card too, and you can change whenever you have to. So I don't feel we should create any fuss about the price points. Personally, I don't care about the price points. I just worry about the kind of players you have, and I think this year there is so much value in defense. Everybody has been saying this. I'm just repeating whatever everybody has been saying. There is so much of value. You just see, one should not be legally allowed to have this kind of defensive setup. Trent Alexander-Arnold, the best in the business. Robertson, his partner in crime. Cancelo, I think he underperformed and still scored 201 points. Reece James, we all know Reece James' potential. And Perisic, I have already talked about Perisic. I think this is criminal to have such a, and most of us are having this kind of defense.
But
So
that's what data says. We saw the XG numbers as well.
yeah,
And,
but I think if you are going with such a strong defense, and anybody who is listening and is going with such a strong defense, they must understand that this defense, it is possible that Liverpool, in spite of having an elite defense, might not be able to keep any clean sheet in the first 3 fixtures. So what are you going to do then? Either you will switch it, then there's no point in having 5 defenders. If you are having such elite defenders, you must carry on from, say, till the end of the season, or for as long as you can. I think if you are going big at the back, I think you are planning long term. Planning short term with big at the back, I think it sounds conflicting to me. If you want to play the game of hop on, hop off, then I think 5 million defenders, 4.5 million defenders, you cannot hop on, hop off with Robertson, James, Cancelo, Trent. I don't think anybody is going to hop on, hop off. But I still feel you need to give time to these elite defenses So even if they don't start well, you have to stick with them if you are going for them.
So I have a question. If we were to make it like 4-4-2,
Yeah.
the formation of 4-4-2, what would be your pick against this Salah, Coutinho, Neto, and I'm not sure if Coutinho is gonna play. That's another point that
Coutinho, I
we
think, will
discussed.
play. Coutinho, I think, will play.
Then who would be the fourth player that you would have in
See, that we have to manage, but I think if we have to remove one defender from this team, Trent, Cancelo, Robertson, Perisic, I don't think we should even think of removing. I think James is a quality player, and we all know how attacking he can be. But I think Chelsea right now has looked a bit dodgy in the defense. I'm sure they will be back within 2 to 3 game weeks, but I still think till that time one can do away with James and can use that sort of money to have another defender, say another midfielder, say a Martinelli, who has got good games in the third and fourth game week. They are facing in both the game weeks they are facing promoted teams. I think you can use Martinelli instead of James, but again, this might come back to bite me because James might score a 21 point in game week 1 only, and I think they are facing Everton, but I think that will be difficult because they are facing Everton at Goodison Park, but still anything can happen. So yes guys, that was it. That was our team. That was our first draft. That was her first draft. I am still not able to make any draft. I tried very hard, but it would have been dishonest if I would have just put anybody in there. I will try to come up with my first draft before the game week 1. I think it would be difficult because game week 1 started on Friday night India time. So I think this is her first draft. We will make some changes in the team, and I hope she allows me.
I am not quite sure if we'll make any changes, but yeah, we'll see.
And after game week 1, guys, we'll be back. We'll be back for the game week 2 pre-match show, and then we'll discuss how we fared in game week 1, and then we'll discuss how game week 2 is shaping up, and we will also have a look at what team I went with. I'm really confused between Robertson and Nunes. I think the people are questioning Nunes as a striker. I think it doesn't matter. The kind of chances, the volume of chances is getting in that red t-shirt, red jersey, I think it would be really difficult for me. But again, that price for 9 million is costing, and Robertson is just at 7. I'm really not sure what to do. But I think if I'm playing a short game, keeping my mind on my wild card and hopping on, hopping off, I think I will go with the more explosive option, that is Nunes. And if I have some long-term planning in there, defense-wise also, then I think the value is in Robertson. I don't think I'll be going with Luis Diaz, but again, hey, he has the quality to surprise all of us. Let's see. And Man City, I'm really hoping that Erling Haaland, people who are making fun of Haaland, that Bundesliga tax is real. I think Haaland is going to pay you in cash and in kind, left, right, and center. This is from us, guys. We are signing off. Let's see you. Have a great week. See you soon, guys. Bye.